You ever have those moments where you root for a team and you're like, oh, this team is doing so well, and then they do something absolutely stupid that you're like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, with this current iteration of the Bruins, I don't really see it. Let me just go on Twitter. Oh no. No, God, you're doing so. This is not because of an injury. This is just pure, unadulterated stupidity. The Bruins have signed Mitchell Miller to an entry level contract. Now, yes, Mitchell Miller last year was the USHL Player of the Year, or rather, was a Defenseman of the Year. I forget if he was Player of the Year with the Tri City Storm. That is irrelevant. Now, for anybody that does not know who Mitchell Miller is, Mitchell Miller is a Mitchell Miller is a defenseman from Sylvania, Ohio, and in 2018, no 2016, he found himself in juvenile court after on charges of assault and due to constant bullying of an African American in school classmate Isaiah Meyer Crothers. One of the most egregious incidents of this bullying was is when Miller and his friends decided to force Isaiah Meyer Crothers to eat a piece of candy. I think it was a push pop. It doesn't matter. A piece of candy that was rubbed along the inside of a urinal of the boys' bathroom. Now, just beyond the fact that not only is it the inside of a urinal, which is absolutely disgusting, but also on the inside of the boys' bathroom urinal in a high school, which just congratulations, you've just contracted every single disease possible. Well, of this this is abhorrent. And if you need me to say that this is abhorrent for you to realize that this is just awful and something that nobody should ever do to another person, then kindly get out. Just do not interact with any of my videos. If you need me to spell out for you that 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 physically assaulting a someone pretty much entirely based on their race is, and we know that it's based on in their race is because an expose by the Republic also detailed that that Miller and his friends would frequently call Meyer Crothers racial slurs and tell them to go pick their cotton, which oh boy, that's if you need me to spell out for you that that is just unacceptable, then I don't know what to tell you. Now people will say, "Oh, Shirley Mitchell is, yeah, that's all horrible." But Shirley Mitchell Miller is apologized for it. No, no, he hasn't. Mitchell Miller has not apologized to Isaiah Crothers' family, or if he did, and it was just seen as way too little, way too late. And it wasn't just this one incident in high school. Uh, uh, the Independent went even further in it detailing about how these have gone and on. This bullying has gone on since first grade, using the N word as early as first grade. Which who teaches a kid about the N word in first grade? I mean, the point is in a city such as Boston that has been routinely criticized for the treatment of black people. I mean, I know we all think that Kyrie is an asshole, and believe me, he is. Kyrie is awful, awful, bad human being, disgusting. Very much wanted him off the team. But but for a but for a city that has been criticized for its treatment of racial minorities, not a good look. Not a good look. And additionally, he's just like I can't even feel good about the fact that he put up almost 40 goals and 40 assists in this last year with the USHL. I can't feel good about that because of everything surrounding it. It's sort of like having I don't know, having Adrian Peterson in your NFL locker room after the whole kid hitting thing came out. Sure, he may be a fantastic talent. But to anybody with a brain, all you did was just sign in someone who hits their kid. And awful. I mean, with Mitchell Miller, there's no question that he's not going to make it to the I don't think there's much chance that he's going to make it to the to the Boston Bruins roster, especially not this season. But like, additionally, why did we need to make this? Why did we need to make it's? I mean, we have a decent defensive core already, and in terms of hype defensive prospects, we have Mason Lohrei in Ohio State, who's doing really well. He's a great two-way defenseman. Why did we need to make this signing? We didn't. And I think honestly, if there's one nail in the coffin into Sweeney's career, I mean, he's had several. He's had the what is it? The David Backes deal, the John Michael Lyles deal. Freaking trading away every single prospect for trading away every single prospect for people who are just way past their prime, poorly drafting, all of it. Just I can't. Those are all very much nails in the coffin, and this should absolutely be one of them. If I don't care that he just got extended. This should probably be grounds for Sweeney getting fired, and that's pretty much all I have to say about. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the Mitchell Miller signing. Awful deal for an awful human being, and the repercussions of this should be drastic.